Hey everyone, welcome to another Pokemon Crystal full item randomizer race. Got Strifesada with Aivoapina today. I'm Garfield the Lightning, and with me is Ralan Tank here. And yeah, this match has been started before, not on any official SpeedGaming channel because there wasn't room at the time. But it ended in Strife's computer crashing, so Ivo wanted a rematch rather than taking the win. So here we are. We'll see if we can hopefully get this to completion.
Yep. Hopefully it will be an exciting race, like lots of the tournament races already have been on both 0-1. So looking for the first win in the tournament. Yeah, they are off.
I remember in the aborted race between these two, it was like Fly was over an hour in, so they might be hoping for a bit better luck this time. Get a badge straight away, maybe, you know, start as we mean to go on. Alright, Cloyster, Lantern, and Natu.
I would imagine picking the Lantern is probably the option.
It's definitely the Pokemon that's sturdiest out of all of these. And there's not really a great attacker among these. Cloyster's just so frail on the special side, it's kind of scary to use for any length of time. I would definitely have gone with Lantern here. But I've gone with Cloyster. We'll see how that goes for him.
We do get strength right off the bat, though. Decent move.
2 out of 2 on key items so far. And Cloyster's got okay because they both have Psychic, it looks like, on Lantern and Cloyster. Cloyster also, I think it might learn, like, I forget if it learns like 0 or 1 moves. It might learn Spike Cannon at some point by level up in Vanilla, but not until much later, and we'll have swapped off it by then. There's no way we're running Cloyster, and almost certainly not Lantern through the entire game. Yeah, I hear it too. There's a little bit of a desync in Strife's audio, but not too big a deal, I don't think. Look, this is the price you have to pay, alright? You get 2 key items in the first 2 items. You get bad menuing for the rest of the run. This swings and roundabouts. The Fog Badge. Alright. Nice to see that early. Could be seeing a nice early main switch. Depending on where Surf is.
Oh, okay. It's an interesting start, or early Surf would be probably very nice, not only as a move, but then we can also get early level 20 Pokemon if we want to.
Yeah, if it shows up. We have like half of Surf, half of Strength right now. Lantern just managed to beat the clock there. Perish Song up against it. I don't think Strife caught anything else, so had to win that one when he did. Did I always say yes? Oh, well, he's not going to be able to reverse that until he gets the poker gear. Bit of a debuff there, not going to be getting as much money as he would otherwise get. Got the secret potion now as well. Not relevant right now, but it will let us get Jasmine from the top of the lighthouse when we get there. Alright, we see the first, well, first thing that might be a main swap. We'll see what the Charizard has. It has a 4x weakness, but Rock is not a common type. And those are some good moves.
Yeah. I mean, if it were only Hydro Pump, Body Slam, maybe, It's not Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath definitely helps in that regard, having something with PP.
Yeah, Charizard can work on physical and the special side as well, so any move it learns, any good attacking move it learns is it just has more options with like being able to teach all different kinds of moves. I don't think we've got any good TMs yet though. I remember Mirror Coat and that was it, as far as I remember.
But upside of starters is they usually learn a lot of moves early on, so Charizard can definitely improve a bit easier than the Cloyster this stage.
Yeah, I mean Ivo's just like he's saving a bit, and I'd be saving too. I'd be pretty scared of just running across something with Thunderbolt or even like Giga Drain or something.
I mean, even Spark would probably most of the time just do you in on a halfway decent special attacker. So yeah, this early on especially would be very, very careful with this Cloyster. Take safeties where I can take them reasonably.
On the plus side, you have things like Cross Chop doing less than half your health.
That certainly is something that can work in your favor. If there's only physical attackers run by your opponents or shown by your opponents, yeah, having a Cloyster can definitely be very, very good against that. Drive and into Sprout Tower 2 now. Was that ancient power from his Aerodactyl?
Yep, sure was. That's going to be pretty scary for Charizard. If we miss Hydro Pump.
And even if we don't miss, I believe that was the level 10, so it's quite fast in comparison. So yeah.
I thought it was the. I thought it was the lead, but I could be wrong.
I could also misremember, but
we'll find out anyways. But Strife, well, he might just be going with a Lantern now. I don't know. He has a Lantern anyway, even if Charizard dies.
Yeah, seeing a deck shot as the level 9 definitely a scary moment here, because that will outspeed you, and if it has Stab then the Cloyster struggles, but luckily it has apparently only Slam to really use for physical moves, so yeah. Cloyster and its defense are doing fine so far.
Yeah, this early game has been pretty Cloyster friendly at the moment. Yeah, I mean, if Ivo would probably still be hoping for well, that Thunder Golduck. That probably would have killed us. Well, I don't know. It was level 7. It would have done a heck of a lot though. So good thing we didn't. Good thing we dodged that.
Try reviving the Charizard here, which certainly isn't really great, knowing that there is an Ancient Power Aerodactyl around. And yeah, the Charizard only being level 5, that will struggle with that, most likely. And it doesn't even get there.
Struggling with pretty much everything at the moment, it looks like.
So Strife most likely going to stick with the Lantern for now. He just has got too much XP in the Charizard. Didn't get much at all, so... Not much choice left here at this stage. Didn't really get anything to avoid doing Faulkner's Gym. Chemist was just level 7, so...
Yeah, but now that he sees Ancient Power, it's probably like, oh, alright. Yeah, probably glad that he's been using Lantern a bit more.
Dig on Voltorb. Now, they did. Did they? They did get the Pokédex already, so if they really wanted to save the escape ropes, they could see if a Voltorb is around in the vicinity. That's something you not usually do really in kind of in these item randomizers, because you most of the time do not have the Pokédex early on, and even if you do, there's not really much reason for you to look up anything except for maybe a Mewtwo that's around somewhere reasonably early or stuff like that. So yeah, actual use of the Pokédex is rather limited, but yeah, it would be something that you can think about here.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that, you know, if you saw I was thinking like, if you knew something had teleport, there's no way you'd know that because you're not going to see it in battle. So yeah, it would have to probably be a really strong main like a Mewtwo or a Thunderbolt Zapdos or something. I don't think we've seen Zapdos being run once in this entire tournament, by the way, which is insane to me. But something like that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in Violet City. The only you get encounters in Azalea Town, but I believe that's the only town or city to have headbutt encounters, so if Strife wanted to main switch, he would have to go onto a route.
Yeah, which is interesting because that's the second time I see this happening in the tournament race here. I believe even on commentary. So, yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't come up very often, really.
That also wasn't really something I was aware of myself before the first time happened, but I also never was inclined to try and use it. If I got headbutt, then I usually just used it on the routes, which there you obviously get the encounters, so yeah. I mean, I can understand Strife wanting to see if there's something better than the Lantern, because yeah, Lantern can work fine, but it's not very offensively strong. So yeah, it might take some time to get through battles, especially if you get paralyzed by thunder, like Strife got here.
Yeah, only base 76 special attack. One more than Ursaring, so it's not great. I mean, if you had like Surf or something early, well, I guess if you had Surf early, you'd main switch. But if you had Surf without the Fog Badge or something, then you could, you know, that's good on pretty much any water type. But yeah, I mean, without it, Lantern's just You know, we can't even one-shot this Pichu. I mean, you know, that kind of says it all, really.
I mean, to be fair, it knows Belly Drum, and it doesn't know it any longer. And we're in Sludge now, and we have Strength. So if you are really, if you really want to, you could try to go physical with this Lantern and belly Drum your way through the opening here, which I mean, it can work.
Yeah, something with Lantern's bulk, you could definitely make that work. But you know, it's always scary to halve your health, and if you take a strong ground move or something. Okay, well now we're seeing some electric moves, but Lantern, Cloister's got a big level advantage now, so even Magma with Spark, not too dangerous.
I still took almost half HP with that level difference. It wasn't Stab Spark, so
Yeah.
if there's a electric type Pokemon that comes around, then we might actually be taken out, even though we have the level advantage. And Aivoapina teaching Strength to the Cloister.
Yep, Cloister's another one of those mons that you can make physical and special moves work on. Also paralyzed again.
Yeah, there's a lot of paralyzing going on this early in the game. Both sides, but yeah, there was actually the electric type Pokemon with a stat move. Fortunately for Aivoapina, only Thunder Wave. So that didn't hurt too much, but yeah. This paralyzing is definitely annoying, and we spoke of this. We do have Mewtwo info now, and it knows
Dex it.
knows Dynamic Punch apparently.
Probably a little late to Dex it, but everything will be pretty low leveled at this point.
It depends on where it will be. If you get to know that it is actually on a cycling road, you may actually be inclined to head there faster than you usually would be. And yeah, even knowing that it's maybe around a national park or somewhere, you could reasonably just decide to rush up there, try and see if it's available easily. Because the level difference right now still wouldn't be too much. And yeah, getting a Mewtwo off could be very, very good here. And Aurora would help it too.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it is stab, but we probably would rather save that for something where more likely to main. Ivo's not teaching it, which I think is the right decision for now.
It's no immediate reason to teach it. The Step Aurora Beam definitely would help. But you have an okay moveset to force your way through Azalea if you want to. And yeah. Getting to see more options, for example, we do have Fog Badge, so Obedience not too much of a problem. If we want to go with Kenya and get the trade XP going, or the bonus XP going, we would have that option. And yeah.
There's the mom call. If he didn't know before, he knows now.
Aivoapina is deciding to head into the forest first, though. Let's see if that's just the Farfetch'd quest to get the charcoal, or if we're actually getting an part-way Azalea skip here.
paralyzed into bone meringue kabutops.
Yeah.
Nasty.
On the other side, finding Rising Badge here on cut. So yeah, if you were worried about only having half the way of obedience being taken care of, now you don't have to worry about anything anymore. So if there are some good tradable ones around, you do have the option of just try and use them.
I was watching last night's race because I was asleep at the time, and one of the racers did use a trade Pokemon in that, so that was pretty interesting.
I mean, the big problem with that usually is the most notable you get access to is the Kenya, obviously, which comes at level 10 in an area where you're usually around level 20 and everything else around you is, so you have some troubles getting that going most of the time. And for other trade Pokemons, you obviously need to have either Bellsprout or Abra comparatively early open, because those are the ones you have easier access to. And of course, you need to find those. So that usually is more easily achievable with the Squirt Bottle around anyway already, since we have much more access very early. But yeah, that also means you have access to 2 level 20s right off the bat, though. And yeah, it's rather unusual to get these going, but they can happen, and we did see that in that race you mentioned. But it's still something that can be reasonably used later in the season. There are some trades in Kanto also, like the Haunter trade, the Chansey trade, and oh, nice, this ticket. But, yeah, for example, if you encounter a level 60 Chansey as the Lugia, you could either use that for XP for your current main, or you might want to head over to Route 14, I believe.
I do not know where the Kanto trades are, to be honest, so I'll defer to you on that one.
Yeah, I have not much idea either. I do know there are some of them. I believe there's a Haunter trade and a Duckshot trade somewhere around. But yeah. Those options come with you, and they will be at the level the one that you trade in. So yeah, trading in the Lugia will net you a level 60 with bonus XP.
So we are all the way to Goldenrod without any way out of here yet. We are looking for that Squirt Bottle or the pass. And we have already found the SS ticket, so maybe we'll see the pass and do a access North Johto that way. Or maybe the seed is just baiting me.
I mean, either pass or Squirt Bottle could be definitely reasonable here, since both would enable you to access both North Johto and Kanto in different ways. But yeah, it seems we do need to fight something that will open up more progression soon. Surf alone would help a bit already, since we can then go back for a few checks on Violet and Union, and even all the way back to Johto Falls. But
yeah, I mean, it's not something you want to do, but I mean, if your opponent also has to do it, I guess it's just at least you're suffering together.
there's plain bad that will allow us to use strength, which we cannot reasonably do to get any more checks right now, but the plain badge itself does give us an additional check. And yeah, Ergote actually mentioning going back to Tojo might not be the worst for Aivoapina at this point, because we would then be able to talk to Mom and keep all our money to ourselves.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, now that it also gets mentioned, since we now have strength access, Surf would actually would actually give us a few more checks with the well, the Waterstone Chamber. So might actually be an backtrack ROM in the making here. Nothing in the marked basement.
We still have north of Goldenrod. We might have to, and if there's nothing there, and if there's nothing on Whitney, oh, never mind. We just get Surf. Okay, that's fine then.
So yeah, now there's options. We do have Whitney we can fight. Stab Surf obviously also great for the cloister. We have soft sand girls now available. And as mentioned, we do have Slowpoke Well, Union Cave, Waterstone Chamber. There's quite a bit open to us now without even having found Pass or Blood Bottle. Oh, Golduck Crunch.
Well, we know it has Thunder from earlier. It looks like it. I mean, at least it didn't use that this time.
No, I'm not sure about the moves, but what's about 10 level difference in there, so I think the Golduck might actually have Unlearned Thunder here, even.
Yeah. I just thought it would have used it otherwise. Oh yeah, good point. Probably should be using Ivo's audio, huh?
Probably. Meganium using Mirror Move into strength against the Cloister, that does not seem very smart. Yeah, the TMs in the Mart, now that I got a closer look at it, not great.
Yeah, I mean, I did see them earlier, I just didn't even say anything because they just all looked bad.
I mean, I'm not really too great with the move descriptions to know that, but I usually look out for some specific stuff, and yeah, what I saw there wasn't even close to anything where I would want to think about what could it be. Also, did either of them check the move total, or I completely blanked on that?
I did not see a move tutor check yet.
Kind
Easy
of
to-
interesting.
It's another one that's easy to get. I'm not sure how recent it is now, but like certainly if you haven't played in a while, then you might forget about the move tutor.
Yeah. I mean, It's not that urgent for Aivoapina. The moveset of the Cloister is good enough at this point. But there's always the chance that there's a Thunderbolt and Ice Beam on the move to her, and you would want to know if that's a possibility. Yeah, the option of having to check 3 additional moves that can be taught, or it's not something that should be ignored.
Looks like these two are pretty much being railroaded into doing the same checks. Not a whole lot of room for divergence at the moment. It's gonna head on back to do those surf and strength checks back around the Azalea area for Ivo.
I mean, the best decision point you probably can have at this point right now is trying early softs and girls or not, which Aivoapina did decide against, and I cannot blame them.
Yeah, and I don't think either of these two would be confident in doing that with what they have at the moment.
And if you are looking at the amount of checks available, softs and girls is 1, and Slowpoke Well, and Waterstone Chamber, which this seed seems to really be hinting at. They have 2 and 4 respectively. Oh, there's a pass. Who could have thought that? Now that opens up Kanto, like being straight up, running it in optional, and having just saved right before that sets the immediately reset. But yeah, we have Kanto access now with Surf available, so we could go surfing in Vermilion Harbor for Pokemon up to level 39.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely, you could definitely see them go back for that. But I mean, I don't know. I guess you don't really need it right now because there's not any big fights coming up around here. Probably don't want to abandon these checks while you're in the area.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too many checks that you get available early in Kanto, at least without Flash. Logically, there's not even a Rock Tunnel, which has most item condensed in a single place. We don't have cut access, so we only have 1 item on Route 12. There's obviously Janine that could be fought, but that's also only 2 items, and we have neither Fly nor Storm Badge even seen popping up, so there would be a lot of backtracking and or death warping involved anyway, so yeah, might as well take the 4 rather quick checks that you are very close to here and see if you can maybe even find Fly and Storm Badge right here now. That would make your life way easier.
I mean, the seed was kind enough to give us strength and surf early. I feel like it's going to be a little meaner when it comes to Fly and Storm Badge, but okay. We get the squirt bottle's really nice. That's a nice little shortcut back.
That opens up North Johto 2, and also interesting routing implications, because now that you have both ticket and pass, what you could do is just turn in the Kenya, for example, then take the pass over to Kanto, do a few quick checks there, find a main in Vermilion, and take the boat back, and not be out of Fly logic, because the squirt bottle just makes all of Olivine and that viable. But yeah, a lot of options that you can take right now. Aivoapina check in the Vermilion Surf items. Unfortunately, being only level 21, not able to repel away all encounters here. Which is kind of the problem with these early surf checks in a seed where you get surf this early. If you don't have a really high level main, you will get some encounters.
Yeah, you got a few encounters in the Union Cave basement too, but not having to go through too much water, luckily. I doubt we'll see him go all the way back to do the Rising Badge check on its own. He's not even going to do the Cherry Grove one, which is perfectly reasonable at this point, I think. Just go back.
With the Scroll Bottle, there's Rock Smash just available, so going even further back right now doesn't really feels that great if you can get 3 more or 4 more items on the way, even if they're not logically accessible yet. Oh, hello. Haven't seen you for a while. So if Aivoapina wanted to, could decide to go back to the Lantern.
Yeah, I think we have better places open to us at this point.
Probably. Candy you'll probably want to take.
Does look like Ivo is definitely interested in that main switch. Heading into Kanto now by the looks of things. Oh, wait, gotta trade this. Gotta check this one first. Well, that's almost vanilla TM50. Not quite, but just one step beyond that.
Was about to say you probably want to do the check when you pass through here anyway. No reason to leave it behind. By TM could be reasonable for coverage for a new main, depending on how many moves we need. Surf, Aurora Beam, Bite is a moveset you can work with for the beginning. Going up to Cerulean Mart, I don't see that too often, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure what is even here, so I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I was just thinking, selling the Waterstone, but yeah, never mind. We already did check the chamber, right? There are super repelled here.
Well, there you go. Now you know.
I mean, yeah, it's one of the places that you can access them to, but usually you... done badge. Yeah, usually you would probably prefer to check Celadon Mart for the TMs additionally, and there you have both Super and Max Repel and a lot of other stuff. But on the other hand, there's not really much else against from doing shopping that we could do there right now, so the smartest definitely be closer to the route we are taking here.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't have Surf, then probably would be more inclined to go towards Celadon to do that cycling road main switch, but we'll almost certainly be seeing the Vermilion Water being checked instead, so... But Ivo is going over there.
Oh,
so you can, yeah, the leftovers are also here. That's... Oh, he's just going to set the 5 points, okay.
Okay. Fair. Again, for mains you probably would want to go rather to Vermilion Harbor. It's only 6 slots, 3 inside Vermilion, 3 in Harbor that you have access to instead of the 7 on Cycling Road, but yeah, those 6 additional levels, and on average probably at least 3 or 4 more that you get here out of here are just that much more usable. And again, you can just combine this with going to the boat and take that way back to Johto.
I'm pretty sure they picked up a Sweet Scent TM, so Aivo could be Sweet Scenting here. Oh, there's a Raikou here. Well,
that's an instant catch. Throw the mask ball.
Yeah, why not? Like, this. Well, it could be the common or the rare. I suppose you don't know if it's the 60% or the 10%. If it's 35 to 39, it's either the common or the rare slot. But yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, we have some good special TMs. Like it's already got bite, so yeah, this thing is gonna be solid.
Yeah, so that's Razor Leaf for coverage, so that probably will just do fine. That Aurora Beam on there, and you're probably set for a while. Now, not the greatest of moveset. You certainly would like to improve pretty much all of these moves. Trade Razor Leaf for probably an electric type move of some sort. Get maybe an Ice Punch or Ice Beam in there. Even Crunch would help, but for now this will be more than enough to deal with almost everything the seed will throw at us. Gonna get in a bit lost on the boat here. Kaboom!
Oh well. That's alright, we don't have to win this fight anyway. Could have been nice to get the experience, but like, we're already level 36. Doubt Aivo will care that much.
That's certainly more annoying than anything else, because you probably would have liked to get the experience on the Raikou to get it starting. But it is what it is. Not sure if it made the fight actually faster this way, which is something you could care about. But yeah, it happened. Move on. Looks like Strife is actually going to buy Rock Smash here, something that Aivoapina didn't. Basement key. That's also somewhat interesting. We do have 4 badges right now, and we will be getting at least in the somewhat reasonable proximity of Goldenrod again after this. So if you want to go for an early basement here, maybe you would have a decent Pokemon to get through there.
Yeah, we're at 5 even, so it's a little dicey. Like, we do have a few items to pick up around here. It'll just depend on how the items shake out, I think. But yeah, definitely reasonable to do an early basement with a main like this. But if we have 7 badges, then that will mean that the rockets will invade the radio tower and the basement. And I think we have even seen it in the tournament already, that if you get a badge in one part of the basement and then go into the next part, the rockets will still show up. So a little dicey if you have 6 badges in particular.
On the other hand, if you don't get the 7th badge at all in there, you will have to leave behind the director. And even if you get the badge in the first room, they will only spawn in the second room, and the big chunk of fights is actually in the first room, so... Or the bigger chunk, so... it's not the worst compared to what can happen. And, oh, there's ever badge, so that's actually badge number 6. If we will find the 7th badge before we could do it, there's probably no reason to go for basement early anymore without card key. Oh, Strife also finding Raikou.
Yep, looks like it. Probably was the common slot. Time save from getting in a Pokeball instead of a Master Ball.
Yeah. Also, immediately slap Nora Beam and probably Surf on there. Overbite wants to keep Twin Needle. Which, to be fair, if you encounter Blissey, you're probably way happier to have something physical around. And with the BTM, we can actually reteach that at any point if we want to. If we feel like we need additional coverage over what we have already.
Yeah, I mean, Twin Needle is pretty weak, so I'm not convinced it would make a huge difference over something like Surf. But maybe it would help if you like got the poison if you ran into a high level one. I don't know.
Try checking here on Route 10, 12. Why do I want to say 10 to this one?
Because the house kind of looks like the house in Lake of Rage that gives TM10. I don't know why my brain went in that direction, but there you go.
Yeah, definitely interesting questions how our thinking processes are working today. But yeah, we have Strife going for look at Janine apparently.
Yeah, looks like it. I doubt he'll be searching for anything in the grass. So, yep, going straight to Janine. We have the Clear Bell now, so we can go into Tin Tower if we beat Morty, so yeah.
Yeah.
The world is pretty open to us just under an hour in.
Aivoapina also heading over to Chuck. Fully clearable Cyanwood at this point. It is somewhat unfortunate without any part of Fly. We are not likely to be able to get back from here fast.
Look, Vanilla Fly is on the menu, alright?
Yeah, I mean, sure, can be, but still, without Storm Badge, we cannot really use it, and double Vanilla,
you never know.
Well,
it's pretty unlikely though, yeah.
I mean, how about actually getting Whirlpool and Laser Badge here?
That would also be nice, yeah. No Silver Wing yet though, so...
I mean, there are 3 checks here.
Yeah, okay.
And to be fair, if you get the Whirlpool and Laser Badge, the Silver Wing can just always be on the way to Lugia. We have seen that in this tournament already.
So Janine did not give us anything, so Strife reset so he doesn't have to go back up Cycling Road and fight an additional trainer.
It will also take the boat back, and I mean, Aivoapina has shown we have the entire lighthouse available. So yeah, feels like very, very nice routing to put together here. So
things have kind of fallen into our laps a bit, really. We got Squirt Bottle when we did, avoiding a nice a backtrack. We have has Secret Potion before going up the lighthouse. We have Surf and Strength, so we can fully clear Signwood. It's one of those kind of flyless seas that, you know, at least feels not too bad because you don't have to backtrack too much.
Yeah, and you spoke of flyless seeds. We only really need to find the storm badge, so if we find that in a reasonable time, there's certainly the option to maybe just don't worry about finding HDMO2 altogether if it's hidden, maybe just on Route 25 or stuff like that, and instead just go for all the badges in the Pokegear part. So that's not seen too often. Fly just makes moving around the world so much faster that it's usually good to find it earlier than later, but there are always those seeds where you don't really need it. So yeah, maybe something runners can have in the back of their mind. Especially for Aivoapina, if it's not here, anything, then you could just go do Morty, go into Tin Tower, go from there to Mortar, Hideout, and all the way through Blackthorn, and see from there if you haven't found more to go. And yeah, nothing in Signwood. Without having saved, Aivoapina has to surf back, which takes a minute. Also, you are not really used to surfing backwards here, so or most of the people aren't, at least, and so yeah, moving around the spinners here, we see some safety pauses from Aivoapina. Cannot blame them. Drive picking up the basement key. See. Strife apparently? Oh no, has not been in Lighthouse yet, never mind.
Yeah, you were talking about the backwards movement, and Ivo forgetting that you have to get that sailor completely off screen before you can dodge him here. What did you buy this time? It's in your PC, you'll love it.
I want to say there's a super potion somewhere in those.
Oh wow.
But yeah, not the greatest item at this point. I mean, right now it would fall about the missing part of Raikou Self. But yeah, I would imagine, even without having Rock Smash board for Aivoapina, there's not much reason to skip Acrotique here with Tin Tower just right on the table. I mean, you could. And Aivoapina apparently does. And finds the card key, so no need to do early basement, but yeah. This is a seed where Fly just can be anywhere. Pretty much.
Immediate card key, perhaps validating the accuracy skip somewhat. Assuming we find one more badge to enable us to go into Radio Tower, but that's very likely considering all the checks we can do.
Yeah. I mean, that card key definitely also making Morty not strictly necessary. Could be definitely something to hope for. There's still the entire Rocket Hideout to find this single badge, so you then can use the card key to get into Tin Tower. So it seems unlikely that we would need to do Morty for Tin right now, but Well, we never know. And yeah. It was a slightly different situation. We had definitely not even as not even nearly as much of this World Open in my tournament race from this round. But yeah, it was in the end a race where you, if you didn't do Misty, kinda had to do Morty to go for 10 Tower, even if you had card key. Because yeah, 9 badges were behind that.
Yeah,
No, 9 badges were behind that 10 Tower.
I've definitely commentated several races where it looked like the seed was pushing us away from Morty, but yet he somehow still ended up being required. Anyway, there's half of Fly, the Storm badge. Yeah, hopefully the other part will show up soon enough.
Triple Pack TM would be nice for a physical attacker. Raikou probably won't have as much use of it. But yeah, Storm badge, the important part of Fly be found, badge number 7. So
yeah, I suppose that does mean we could still be flyless.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to, you have all the way to go through Blackthorn with the hideout on the way. You would have to leave behind Claire, but without Whirlpool and Glacier badge, that would be only 2 items. And while they have been relevant in this tournament, maybe more than you would have wanted to, that's only 2 checks. And yeah. There's just a lot more around Blackthorn than those 2. Could route back to Mom and finally tell her to not take all of our money. You could most likely go... No waterfall yet, but if you do find that and 1 more badge, we could go all the way over to E4 even. Take the Abra teleport back and then complete a round trip and not really have lost too much time to fly. The Spillerson apparently didn't get much air. Kinda blue there. That's a soul badge though, that's badge number 8. So yeah. Only a waterfall away from accessing Victory Road at this point.
Strife is going to do the accuracy checks. I imagine, we will see Mount Mortar. Not Mount Mortar, sorry, Tin Tower with all this.
I mean, it's just right there.
Yeah.
Fly can absolutely be in there, or Storm badge for what Strife knows. So there's really not much reason to not do this, and Morty is at an over 55% required percentage, so yeah, just statistically better to do Morty.
Right, chat. What do you think those roamers were? I doubt we'll be seeing a roamer switch or anything with this Raikou, but always fun to see if you can pick out what the legendary beasts were.
And apparently try. Oh, never mind. Just checking a quick few items. Yeah, chat mentioning the sheep, I kind of was inclined. That's the one I kind of also heard.
Yep, I reckon Oddley has it. Need to know Mareep Smeargle. We will be seeing the Smeargle pretty soon, but not the kind of race where we'll be switching to the roamer.
I mean, getting the sheep would be definitely nice.
Honestly,
getting-
they're both decent main switch options if you didn't have anything good.
But yeah, with having this Raikou, even if it lacks a stat move right now, there's really not much consideration for switching to anything else. Like at this point, it would require something like an Psychic Mewtwo to make us reasonably consider switching. The only other thing would be early access to the level 60 Lugia, which at this point does not seem very likely. I guess we get quick access to the level 50 and it has a decent moveset to whatever it is. Could be a consideration, but we don't have any part of the Pokegear right now, so that also does not seem like it's a reasonable option in this ROM, in this race.
Even with the level 60, like the difference between that and something like the Ho and Tin Tower is that you do have to invest a little bit of time in actually encountering the thing, and if you have a Raikou like this, you probably, I mean, I don't know if I'd even bother going to check to see what it was.
I mean, for the whole Tin Tower, you need to encounter that for the whole chamber, so that's something that won't make you do steps that you wouldn't take otherwise, because there's still checks behind it, but it's only level 40, so at this point it pretty much exclusively had to be something like Psychic Mewtwo or Thunderbolt Zapdos or something like that to even justify switching there. The Lugia could have more viable Pokemon given a fitting moveset. I mean, we have Drill Peck, so if it's a level 60 Dragonite, it's something you still could consider. But yeah, there's not much that would even make you main switch, and the possibility of there actually be something in there is so small that it's probably not worth the time you need to invest. And we are nowhere even close to having that option, so... it is probably a safe bet to say that both runners will try to finish this ROM with the Raikou they have at this moment.
I wonder if Strife has rushed over here to attempt the early basement just because he has 6 badges right now. Because I kind of expected him to go into Tin Tower, but he's gone straight to Goldenrod instead.
Yeah, so this is most likely gonna be an early basement, which I do feel like is kinda unfortunate in this case, with the card being just right next to Acrotique, and yeah, those being 4 additional checks, and yeah, if there's no badge in the basement, even a 5th check that would be available too. And this could be something that loses Strife the race right here and now if there's something actually on that director and Strife does not get it, because with how this seed is going, Strife won't get back here. Although, I mean, with the radio card, it's still access to Claire, so when Strife is going back for that early, he could also go back for that director. Raikou wants to learn Fire Blast.
Over Bite. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, when you have full special moves, it's kind of tough to be like, yeah, what am I going to actually get rid of here? But with Aurora Beam, you do have like the opportunity for the famous Bolt Beam combo, I suppose. So probably would not want to get rid of that, and you kind of need Razor Leaf for those water types that you can't hit very well with your other moves. So probably the right choice.
Fire and Ice have similar coverage for the most part. The big upside of Ice is that it actually hits Dragon type, which Fire really does not do good. But yeah, with the 4 special type moves, having Razor Leaf as kind of the equivalent of an electric type move, and then having the Ice move, you kind of want to keep that coverage. So Bite as the optional move in that case is probably the one you are parting with more happily.
It's either that or not teach Fire Blast at all, which I think would also have been a reasonable thing to do.
And there's the 7th badge for Strife here in the basement. So will be still fightless for this first room, but there will be some rockets in the next room he has to fight through. On the other hand, he will be able to get that item from the director. And to be fair, I believe it's 3 fights? Maybe 4?
I think it's 4, but I could be wrong.
Probably should be 4. Oh, there's Flash. After finishing the hideout.
Right, so that was the last thing that it was looking like an empty hideout until then, but Flash, the only things that Flash hard unlocks is the are those Flash chamber checks, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I never know with these racers how comfortable they are with dark room movement, so probably just good for peace of mind to get Flash.
Yeah. And looks like Aivoapina is at least not wanting to step out of Fly Logic, not heading east of Mahogany, instead cycling back, which is totally reasonable, with card key access and basement key, and then 10 tower you can unlock with that. It's a bit of biking back and forth, but if you find Fly on any of those locations, you can easily return to Mahogany, and Fly cannot be past Route 44. There's a laser badge too. So yeah, kind of unfortunate for Strife that the Cascade badge was in the first row, because of the Glacier badge, Strife would have been able to get through all of this without additional fights. Yeah, no Fly for Strife yet, so apparently thinking about what to do next. Maybe having some issues on the side. Seems to be a bit hesitant here right now. And I think the obvious choice right now for Strife would be either Tin Tower or Rocket Hideout, so could have done Soft Sand Girls if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could now with this Raikou, but that probably doesn't feel pushed into that yet, especially with all the Tin Tower checks that he can do.
Aivoapina also going for Rock Smash. I I'm not happy with this order, since if you're going to the basement, you could actually access the mart from that basement and save a trap into the mart.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you would also have a fair bit more money as well if that ended up being important. But he has plenty of money anyway. I don't think he's really going to be worried about that. But yeah, like you say, would be a bit more efficient to do it after the basement. He has everything. Yeah, he can he has the card key, he has the basement key, he can do all of that.
I mean, if you were worried about not being able to fight Travel 4, maybe you would have the X items first, but the Strike should not be struggling with that at all. Or at least not to the extent where you would need to buy the X items first, so... no, as you mentioned, some slight optimization that could have been done here in terms of routing, maybe, but Aivoapina is still going to do the checks here, so will probably not matter too much. But it certainly is something, if you're going against the top runners, those kind of unoptimal movement or lack of efficiency can be the deciding factor. Those missed 10-20 seconds will add up over the run.
Oh, we see the rare Raiko not being in Tin Tower, so because we've already caught it.
Saves you a few seconds of this cutscene.
Raiko, objectively the optimal main. No, hold on, Strike. Yeah, don't piss the first item in Tin Tower.
I mean, it's just a soft sand. Strife apparently.
It's a sign.
Just wanted to save the time, but yeah, it's not advisable to just randomly skip checks around here. I mean, oh, there's a marsh bat. I mean, we have the dojo skip that apparently is a strat runner went for and caught people then off guard because there was something in the dojo, but yeah, it's not advisable to do just random skips like this. I mean, it would have paid out in this time, and oh, Strife not going for the safe reset strat here that many people go for because the round trip for this item is just so painful. And saving the few seconds it takes to save time, because that earth patch is required.
Yes, we're actually only 4 badges away of 4 badges we don't know about, but we do still need all 3 Poker Gear parts, though. We're missing that for the time being. But this is pretty decent progress we've had in not in a short amount of time. This is all without Fly as well.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, after the hideout was so very empty, and we still need to put a question mark behind Flash even required. Yeah, the checks had to be somewhere, and seems like Tin Tower was that place. I mean, we do still have all the path to Blackthorn open to us, but yeah, Fly at least cannot be there. So that has to be somewhere too, which could be in the Ho-Oh chamber, could still be in the remaining checks here of Radio Tower. Speaking of.
Very nice. So yeah, Ivo can just fly back to Mahogany whenever he wants now and do all that stuff.
Yeah, this is bad for Strife, because Strife decided to go for an early basement, did find badges in there, but Aivoapina won't miss them. And yeah, Strife will then, after Tin Tower here, go probably east, find a card key, and most likely not immediately turn around. So yeah, this will be a bit of time lost on Strife's end for not getting Fly as efficiently as Aivoapina does. And even if Strife does turn around, there's still this double track to Goldenrod for it. Does find Storm Edge now here though. I mean, one thing that Aivoapina now can do, since Pokebeak Gear really does not want to show up apparently, with Fly we can actually fly back to Mom and say thank you for all the items you bought, maybe place the Pokédoll in your room if you want to. But then decide to keep all our money to ourselves and probably more important, save that extra tech box at the end of each fight. Or each trainer field, costing you a little bit more time.
Yeah, but think of the swag points for winning the race. With all of that, like with the loss of money and with all those extra phone calls. I mean, probably past the point where he really needs the extra money that he would have gotten otherwise. So it really is, I think, about saving those extra phone calls. But I'd kind of like to see him not do that at this point. But it is probably the sensible thing to do.
I mean, it's also not that there's too much fighting left at this point, except for maybe if we need to go through Route 25 or stuff like that. I mean, there's still
you can't say that yet. You can't say that yet. You just don't know.
Oh. And given the advantage that Aivoapina has with Fly in terms of movement over Strife, it's certainly reasonable that even with this additional phone calls, Aivoapina on average is going around faster. I don't think that Strength Use was intended. Going to teach Fly now to Cloister. And also taking the opportunity to teach Flash, which Aivoapina might want to go for a Flash Chamber check in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, the Ho well, he might want to do that after he unlocks the Ho Chamber, but yeah, definitely something he can do now.
Flying over to Violet. We might actually get a Flash Chamber check here first.
He's not doing the Zephyr Badge check. Oh, never mind. Yes, he is.
It's So easy to forget. Yeah. Wasn't anything on there. And while Strife is heading into the hideout, we will actually getting to see if this was even required at all. I mean, these items are all kind of nice, maybe except for the clan stack, but yeah, not exactly required.
Oh, he is talking to Mom. Come on. The text box goes by so fast, I'm not even sure what happened there. I guess we'll find out when we see the next battle. You did talk to her twice, so I don't know.
So yeah, only 3 badges that we don't know of yet, and Aivoapina is going for 10 tower now.
Dang, he really was just interested in telling Mom to stop saving his money and didn't even do the Chozo checks. Probably hoping for Waterfall before he does that.
Which is certainly reasonable to hope for, given that there's an entire tin tower and then whole chamber even after it. And there's also still the entirety of Blackthorn and Ice Path.
Yep, plenty of checks left. Oh, I didn't look at the end of the Sage fight to see whether he's still sending money to Mum or not.
I'm pretty sure you have to open up the savings menu there to be able to change it, so didn't really...
Oh, he is still sending... Yes, there we go. Mum % is alive and well.
Yeah, so maybe just decided to wanting that charm in it all after all. You know. Need to decorate your room. Looks so scarce every time we leave it.
So I guess Raiko's still there because Aivo didn't release it from Burn Tower. I guess that's how that works. But it didn't jump out anyway, so still the same amount of time save.
That's Marsh Badge for Aivoapina. We'll be getting that Earth Badge soon and the Cut HM. Yeah, then is only missing 3 more badges. There we see the safe. I didn't take the earlier path to that item, but nonetheless has to do the bike around. And Aivoapina not even going for the whole chamber immediately, instead heading over to Ice Path first. So of Route 44 on the way, and can then check Dark Cave on Route 45 after that. With
Yeah,
Whirlpool still missing, I don't expect to see Claire at this point, but
yeah, loads more things you can check over here just now. Homework Chamber does have 4 items, but you do still have to go all the way through Union Cave to get there. And loads more things you can check here before he has to go back. You're probably hoping to find Waterfall sometime soon, so you can go into Victory Road and check all those items too.
I mean, that would also open up more mortar, so I'd expect we see that maybe first. We don't have Hive badge yet, so the Victory Road access might actually be our way to go into West Kanto. We don't know yet, but we still need to find all those 3 Pokegear parts first, which, yeah, they are still eluding us. Useful here in Ice Path. I mean, Dig is something you could use should you run out of escape ropes, but at this point that shouldn't really be a problem we should encounter anymore.
Ivo has not gotten one of the items here. Hopefully he remembers to go back and get it.
Seems like it, but
okay, he is going back.
Seems like an interesting order to do in this way. Now also check the Rock Smash items now.
Yep. Probably escape rope house after this, so you can check all the other Route 45 items.
Finding a coin case. Aivoapina again.
It's another missed item. Okay, he's going back. You're scaring me a bit here, Ivo, but he's not missed one yet. He is going out here, so he'll have to fly back to Blackthorn to check the others.
And what fly is not really
it's fine.
Much of a difference, but there was just nothing over here. That's
Yeah.
it's not something you would expect at this point.
Yeah, we've had like hideout leading to nothing, and now we've had east of Blackthorn leading to nothing so far. We haven't fought Claire yet, but I'll save your money, trust me. I think you have to click change, I assume.
Yeah.
There we go, alright.
Now Aivoapina should be able to hold on to all the money you'll get. But yeah, it's going towards Victory Road without having done Ho-Oh Chamber. Well, we don't have Waterfall, never mind. It's just Tojo. Right, I was kind of thinking, okay, now Waterfall, Victory Road, but no, we didn't get that.
And there it is.
Waterfall. Now this is the situation. I mean, you are already over here, but it's probably still more reasonable to just go do mortar first.
Yeah, I mean, if you do get all 3 Pokegear parts here, then, it will end up being more efficient to hold off on doing Victory Road until then. It's unlikely, but there are plenty
on the other hand,
to check.
On the other hand, you need still to get all 3 Pokegear parts and Hive Badge to be able to just exit Victory Road from West Kanto. Otherwise, you will still have to go over there. I mean, if you get all 3 Pokegear parts, you can at least go into West Kanto directly from Victory Road. But
yeah,
you could always. You could also always just take the Indigo Plateau Fly Point, which would take an additional rival fight, but the Raikou should have no problem with that. Flamethrower, I'm actually concerned that teaching that over Fire Blast, since Fire Blast is, while stronger, only has 5 PP and is less accurate. There's not too much reason to. Fire Blast is not one of your primary moves that you would use, but probably still an upgrade for the remaining fights until Red. On Red, you probably just X accuracy, and then the Fire Blast is actually better and stronger.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, if your accuracy is low, you do that. Otherwise, you could just X special and it would end up being a bit better to have flamethrower. But yeah, it's not going to make much of a difference either way. Aivo's scaring me again with he might actually be skipping this check. Like, this is a long way to go without getting that one south of the stairs.
I mean, this is the way to go to the hidden item, which is not in this stage of the tournament.
Okay, yet. Oh jeez, alright, he is getting it. I'm so scared whenever he does different movements of what I'm expecting. He's already ready for the bracket stages.
I mean, the important takeaway here is Aivoapina does not have skipped an item yet. That would have been reasonable to collect. So
it's fine. He's just teaching me the crazy movement so that I won't be losing my mind in the next round.
Going back for Ho-Oh Chamber now. You want check in Cherry Grove to turn out to be nothing. Yeah, and Strife without Fly, going down all the way to 46, and yeah, considering where Strife most likely will find waterfalls soon, I really don't see any reason for Strife to not just go up to Victory Road. You will get the Abra teleport back there anyway, and honestly, in Strife's position, you might actually go ahead and do E4.
Definitely a play you can do if you feel like you're behind, and yeah, if you, it's always there for that desperation move.
Setting up a save here though, in case there's just nothing to find over here. There's Hive Badge.
All right.
And Silver Wing, which at this point, with Whirlpool still missing, should not be really relevant anymore. And we do now get the cut check here on Route 32. Probably going to also get Lake of Rage. Probably the remainder of Route 12. That might prompt Aivoapina to go over to Janine to get Route 15.
Yeah, I don't think he's gone to Lavender either, so he could also go that way and do all the checks on Route 12 while he's there.
That's the last item check here. While you here, are we getting Sabrina? Looks like it. Yes, waterfall for Strife. I'm 100% sure what that save should indicate. It's probably pointing towards Strife not planning doing E4 at this point, because the save then would really not make any reason or any sense. And yes, you could say save reset back from Victory Road if there's nothing there.
Could save reset now after we've hit this optional as well. But
well,
yeah, it's kind of like yeah. I mean, it's tricky. Like you don't. She does have 3 Pokemon. It's not one of those things that anyone would really have timed as to what would have been faster.
I mean, you would have to enter Toja again, climb the waterfall, and surf it. So it's not really that fast to get back to this spot here again. So
I think it probably still would have been a little faster to reset. Like battles, they always seem when you actually time them, they take longer than you think.
Aivoapina, as mentioned, going for 12 Strife, getting the next optional in here. Earthquake Jolteon. Mystery egg. Behind cut here on row 12. Looks like we're also getting to see a rock tunnel. We do have Flash now in Logic for a while.
Yeah,
no machine part yet.
Yeah, so we can but we can check the 4 items, and we can open up Misty's gym at least. The way some of these items have been laid out, I wouldn't be surprised if machine part was in Rock Tunnel.
I mean, yeah, could lead to a vanilla expansion card. And the parts have to be somewhere. Never mind.
What you were saying, yeah.
Well,
hold on.
they have to be somewhere.
All right, come on.
3 for
2
3.
two out of 3 in Rock Tunnel. Come on, give us the radio card too, please. Clip farming here. Okay, it was still unfortunate.
So yeah, but now Aivoapina can call mom and tell her to save money again. And yeah, I imagine Aivoapina probably going to go up to Victory Road soon. I mean, we do not really have much left. We could probably do stuff like Erika. Janine on Route 15 seems still like a good idea, which apparently is happening next. And yeah, Strife apparently at least getting the Abra teleport at Inigo Plateau. Fighting rival. Yeah, what really are our options left here? There is Claire without Whirlpool. We do have, of course, Victory Road left. I think Strife has one more item he didn't show us yet. But E4 is an option. We do have Kanto leaders. Route 25, Misty, Surge.
There's always good old soft sand girls, kimono girls, just like the girls checks. And
Yeah.
that's about it, though, I think.
Oh, and did Strife already do all? Never mind then.
Oh yeah, Ivy has done some cut checks, but not Lake of Rage.
True. Some kind of surprising they aren't done yet. Those are checks that don't need fighting, but I mean, to be fair, they do take a bit of movement, but they're not really that fast. Drive doing some shopping here in Indigo Plateau.
You know, we still don't know if he's heading towards the Elite Four or not. Keeping us in suspense here. Maybe he's saw us all for all that. Maybe he's okay. No, he's went to the left.
Sounds right. Well, now head all the way back towards Cherry Grove and Violet. Well, finally, after 1 hour and 44 minutes, fight Rival 1.
Ivy might be doing some of these. It looks like he's doing some of the accuracy checks he skipped earlier. We haven't seen Kimono Girls from either of them yet, but he's going to do Morty instead by the looks of it, at least going to look in Burn Tower.
I mean, Burn Towers is definitely reasonable for 2 checks, and fight and the cutscene. And if you don't plan to do Morty, you probably don't even need to release the rumors. But at this point, yeah, with not too much options left, I doubt that's really going on in anyone's mind.
Yeah, we're at the point for Ivy where the remaining checks could be anywhere really. So just a matter of doing the right checks, you know, and For all he knows, the right tracks could have been here.
Yep. Try doing flash chamber. But yeah, this is really the part of the race where Fly not being found by Strife is really making really making the difference. Strife has just to take so many longer round trips to do anything here. Looks like Strife is finally going back to Goldenrod for most likely that radio tower. Or maybe not? Going towards Egg Critique first.
Might be seeing the sign with checks now. Nope. Going to... Where is he going?
I'm not sure.
Oh no! Oh, he won't have checked these yet, will he? Because this was because Waterfall was in the Tojo area.
Right. So yeah, won't find really anything here either. And that's 5x defense from Elm, but yeah, still no radio card. And Aivoapina finally gone over to Victory Road. Deck of Rage has been done. I think, except for Claire, Johto is pretty much done by Aivoapina at this point.
Still no kimonos or soft sand girls.
Yeah, true. These are pretty much the only two left.